Hey guys, we're here with another whack a HOVIND. Um, Bit of a reluctant one. I'm still not feeling 100%, but you know, I can only take so much of a time off before I just have to get back to this, lest my audience begin to wonder what the hell happened to me, or something to that effect. So, what I'm gonna do, there's Ozzy barking in the background. What I'm gonna do real quick is show. He's not happy. I'm just going to show, okay, everything's working good on this end. We're going to cover this Proverb 17 video that Hovind did. This was last night's video. Um, but I just wanted to point out in my post that, hey, I'm a little exhausted, taking a few days off, This person, Watswell, says objectively, there's nothing to say about Kent that hasn't been said, and you're milking a dead cow. No, Hovind is still very much alive, and he's still very much harming people. And his individual statements need to be addressed. He continues to say outright stuff, continues to be, very, very bigoted, very debatably offensive, depending on how much of a decent person you are or not. Yeah, he needs to be monitored in the way we, as part of the watchdog community, do. This just happens to be how who I choose to focus on and how I choose to focus on them. Um, and additionally, they're a perpetual lol cow, damn near horror cow. So as far as internet parlance goes, this is just the person I've decided to milk lulls from. So whatever, dude. Um, don't watch it if you don't like it. Not my fucking problem. Go somewhere else. Let's watch the HOVIND.
Good evening, folks. Ken Hovind here in the crew at Dinosaur Adventureland in Lenox, Alabama. It is August 26th, 2025. We'll be in Proverbs chapter 17. Go dead center to your Bible, and you should hit the book of Psalms. Actually, you should hit Psalm 118 if you get the exact middle.
And you shit hit. It sounded like he said shit hit. I don't know. That just was funny to me.
Go after Psalms to Proverbs chapter 17. Starting there in just a minute. We've got a special guest coming in tonight later. Let's see. More wisdom from Dad. Don't chase money, chase righteousness, son. We're on a bunch of different channels, everything but YouTube, but even YouTube.
Everything but YouTube. I must stress again. But YouTube. But of course, say other people upload our stuff when you know that's a load of shit, Kent. And Joseph's uploading to at least 2 separate channels directly via Restream.
We've got a bunch of my stuff on there, don't they, Joseph? Thank you. All of you post my stuff on your, make a YouTube channel just so you can post my stuff. Okay.
Hi, that's still a case of ban evasion because you're telling people to do it. You know that, right?
Rumble, Facebook, let's see, TikTok, Twitter, our own app, Instagram, all that kind of stuff. We're on all. Go to drdino.com. All the channels are listed there. Be sure to like and
I don't even think they are, honestly, but I'm too lazy to go look.
Share and subscribe. Just sign up for all of them. They're all free. Okay, they're not free for us, but they're free.
I always got to bring up that they're not free for us.
What's it cost us total to be on all these different channels, brother? $600 a year for the studio, $6,000 a year for the app, and yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay. Couldn't even fucking hear what Joseph said. Give the motherfucker his own microphone. So at least we can hear the back and forth between you two fucking morons.
Anyway, here we are, August 26th to 17th. Boot camp coming up this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Be sure to watch that. All kinds of fun stuff going on.
Oh, don't worry. I won't, except for the stuff I want to rip into.
Let's see, we have starting with Stephen Boland talking about Ron Wyatt's amazing discoveries. And yes,
yes, Stephen Bolenball talking about Ron Triet. I don't know.
do believe he found those things. Some other creationist groups don't. They're wrong. I'm right. Okay. And get about Pastor Jay and Pastor James Jones defending the faith. Kevin House, Patrick Garish, Bible and Hell. He'll be my special guest tonight. Hang in there for a few minutes. Rich Vandenberg used to work here at the ministry. Christ Bearer Ministries, Kevin House, Donnie and Matt from Standing for Truth. I've been on their show a bunch of times. They got a bunch of good programs on there. Go to
They got a bunch of good programs on there. Yeah.
Standing for Truth. If you want to watch some of my debates I've done, that kind of stuff. Okay. You can help us stay open for free. Join our 777 Club. Am I talking too fast, brother?
No, talk even faster.
I got lots to cover here tonight. Okay. If you want to be a member, there's no such thing as a membership. Just help us out. $1 a day if you can, okay? drdino.com. Let's see. Our creation series available, $50 for the whole thing. Get 3 of them for $100. Give them out for birthday parties, birthday presents, anniversaries, any excuse to give it out to somebody. Get our series on what on earth.
If I go to an event and somebody hands those out to me, I am not associating with that person ever again.
Earth is about to happen, for heaven's sake. By the way, you can get all my slides that I use on all my PowerPoint stuff for $50 on a thumb drive. Did you get the Psalms one up, brother? Still working on it. Okay. I went through all the 150 Psalms, and we got all my slides on a thumb drive there. If you want to preach on Psalms, get a laptop, plug it in, and get PowerPoint. Anyway, Miracle Sandwich.
Do those include the random interlude junk like Krabby, or the random frames of you complaining about random people who have said stuff about you? Is you complaining about the dust on Pearl Lane in there?
This lady, Jill, sent me her book. Brother Holt Kent, you're going to love this story. I only read a part of it, but I really enjoy the style of writing. It is great.
I open up to the first 3 pages because that's as far as I read.
Thank you, Jill. Hope somebody buys your book. If you need just a good laugh, it's a big book, okay? And just people going through problems. Let's see. Autism, epilepsy, unemployment, betrayal, elderly care, politics, Alzheimer's, and faith. You still have faith through all that. So, Jill, thank you for writing
It sounded like they were saying faith is a disability or a medical condition.
the book. And then Nathan Richardson is the one who went to the Congo and took the trip to go look for the dinosaurs still alive. His book is
the trip that totally didn't fucking happen.
really funny, just all cartoons based on making fun of evolution.
So, Seth, look at this. This motherfucker is publishing a book of memes, shit he stole from the internet. And he's publishing that. Motherfucking Disney right there on the goddamn cover. Disney won't sue. Disney needs to fucking sue. And this is a serious thing. Seth Andrews had done a thing about this, about how Christianity steals from secular culture all the time. Companies really need to go after these churches and these religious themed groups that do this parody shit, because they do way too hard on the parodies to a point where it's like, no, they need to be sued for this. Just, you can't do this shit.
He's a Mormon. He's got a few Mormon things in there, but you can read around that. Okay. School funds go to teach evolution instead of I enjoyed the book. Thank you, Richard or Nathan. I'm sorry, Richard. Thank you so much.
Seth just brought up, since he's hanging out with me here in the room, that read around the Mormon part. So that's not thought control. So good point there, buddy.
For sending me that. Appreciate that. Okay, we need help. The world's largest horseshoe crab, made of fiberglass. The world's record horseshoe crab, World Record Academy, Cincinnati weekend. Huh. Well, no, it's not in Cincinnati. It's not in Ohio anymore. It's in.
Hey, wait. How far back was that? Just a little bit. Okay. Oh yeah, they marked out the old address and wrote a new one. I didn't even notice it because I'm so fucking blind. And that's fucking hilarious.
Cincinnati weekend. Huh. Well, no, it's not in Cincinnati. It's not in Ohio anymore. It's in Lenox, Alabama. It was a whole lot of work. How much money, Josh, do we?
No one cares. God, he's just gonna keep just obsessing over. We got the world's largest horseshoe crab model, replica, building shaped like it.
We put into that thing altogether. A dump truck load. Yeah, got it down here. Cut it up in pieces. It's looking sharp. World's largest horseshoe crab. I just Googled this about 2 hours ago. It's 67 feet long, and it's in Hillsboro, Ohio. No, it's not. Could some of you please take it on your personal project? So I'm going to contact all these places that still have the wrong address and change it to Lenox, Alabama.
Yes, Kent, because all these random websites are actually going to go back and update just to promote your shitty little theme park. Get fucked, old man.
Atlas Obscuria, whatever that is. Hillsboro, Ohio.
I don't know what it is, but it mentions the crab biome now, so Also, it's Atlas Obscura, not Atlas Obscuria, you illiterate fuck.
The world's largest horseshoe crab. Here we go. Facebook. World's largest horseshoe crab in Ohio. No, it's not. Trip Advisor. World's largest horseshoe crab, Hillsboro, Ohio. Here we go.
God, he's really on this. Can't you think the whole goddamn world and the whole fucking entirety of the internet is just waiting with bated breath to see the next thing to happen to the horseshoe crab? No one fucking cares. No one. Like, seriously. No one actually gives a fuck, Kent.
Is this one? WorldRecordAcademy.org. Hillsboro, Ohio. No, I'm sorry. You guys, help me. You contact them. Either at least put a comment on there if you can, or contact the owner of the site. Say, look, would you change it? SculptureCenter.org. World's largest horseshoe crab is in Hillsboro, Ohio. Here we go. Travel 88. Where is it? Okay, Hillsboro, Ohio. Okay. Only you in your state. Let's see. Giant attraction in Ohio.
He's still on about this. Good God. Shit like this is why I think Kent has the tism. He can't just make it, a couple of things, a little mention. He has to go into all this detail on shit.
Historic marker database. World's largest horseshoe crab in Hillsboro, Ohio. That's where it was. It ain't there no more, guys, okay? Cincinnati Magazine. Hillsboro. Help us out. Look at this one. RoadsideAmerica.com. Krabby has been sold and last resided at Dinosaur Adventureland. Yay. One of them, of all the places, got it right, Joseph. And it says...
Yeah, it's been updated because for whatever reason, I don't know and I don't care the exact source. I can barely make it out in this shit. But whatever. Whoopity fucking do, Kent. You think the internet's just going to magically update every 5 seconds. It's not how this shit works.
It's worth a detour. Oh, it certainly is. Thank you so much, Josh. You've been a blessing painting this thing up. Oh, I got the new pictures. I forgot to put them in. They're in my phone. Just imagine. It looks sharp. Okay. Our ark. We need help building the ark. Going to come down, let the wife and kids relax. One of our cabins go swimming.
And the kids probably won't make it out alive. $4.99 super chat from Rosina. Ask ChatGPT about Hovind's lunar bukkake theory. Yes, do it.
You can help us build the ark. We'll get some updated here pictures soon. We're going to try to finish 4 more sections, each section.
I'll get some updated here pictures soon. Wow. He English speak well.
Finish 12 feet. And then we got 4 more to go after that. 4 more sections. Turbo still looking for a wife. A Mrs. Turbo, if you find it. It has to be an African spurred tortoise. Hey, Joseph, a guy called me or texted me today.
Why? Can't all the turtle kind just interbreed? See, this is pretty interesting that the different turtle kind can't interbreed because they're supposed to be able to bring forth, Kent. So are all the turtles the same kind, or is kind a little more specific?
He's got a giant turtle, but it's not the same species. And it's a male. And this ain't Pride Week around here. So, okay. Let's see. Facebook, log in. Let's see. I accept everybody. I got a whole bunch waiting. Am I supposed to do something? They'll be there. Okay. Well, I'll click whatever I'm supposed to click when I figure out how to click it. Okay. So just be patient with me. Let's see. I want to get to slide number 762. Enter. A dry morsel. Better is a dry morsel in quietness therewith than a house full of sacrifices with strife. Solomon writing.
Okay. None of this is really inspiring. Right off the bat, you already lost me.
To his boys, he had a bunch of them, okay? Said, boys, you're better off. Just have a nice, quiet house and not even good food to eat than a house full of stuff and fighting going on all the time. King Solomon loved many strange women, with the daughter of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Zidonians, Hittites. God said, don't marry.
Boy, he was getting around, wasn't he? He was tapping a little sample of everything.
Marry them, and he did. He had 700 wives, princesses, and 300 concubines. Okay. And his wife turned away his heart. A nagging wife. Solomon said, you're better off.
Danger, danger. Misogyny coming. Look at this stock photo of a woman yelling, and the husband's like, my head. I'm not going to cover my ears, but it is severely hurting my head. Hovind, you might want to watch out. He's wearing a pink shirt. Huh? And she's wearing the blue one. What does that tell you, Hovind? I think he messed up picking that picture. Did you see it, Seth? Did you see it? He's in there snacking and looking at his laptop. I'm like, you will pay attention to the stream. Yeah, it's weird. He's in the room with me and he's still watching the delay, but he's hanging out in the chat, so it makes sense.
Well, here, he said it 3 times in Proverbs. It's better to dwell in the corner of a housetop than with a brawling woman in a wide house. I wonder how he knew that. I bet out of those 1,000, a couple of them were brawlers, weren't they? Yeah.
You should never fall asleep listening to HOVIND. Ever.
Okay. Better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and angry woman. 25, he says it again. Better to dwell in the corner of the housetop. Son, don't marry one that likes to fight and argue all the time. Don't do that, okay? If you treat your wife like a thoroughbred, she'll never end up with a nag. Zig Ziglar has great stuff. I highly recommend what I've seen of his, okay? Anyway,
Brock, pretty sure he fucks himself and everyone else constantly in one way or another, so yeah. There we're all at once.
servant shall rule over a son that causeth shame, and shall have part of the inheritance among the brethren. You know, a lot of the millionaires and billionaires are not leaving their company or their inheritance to their children. Michael Bloomberg, his company will be inherited by a trust to finance Bloomberg philanthropies and his charitable foundation rather than being passed on to his children.
Meanwhile, you'd love to pass on your ministry to your children and all your money, but the government came and took it away, and now your children don't associate with you, so you're just going to give it to Joseph, who's, you know, your child during your role play sessions. Hovind likes to play daddy, and Joseph plays the baby. Joseph plays the stepbrother who gets stuck in the dryer. That's what he plays.
Buffett, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg pledged to give away the vast majority of their fortunes to philanthropy rather than their children. Anyway, the fighting pot is for silver and the furnace for gold, but the Lord tries the hearts. You know, you put silver in a pot.
I mean, look at that. He just kind of glossed over all that.
Heat it up, and the dross goes to the top. You scrape it off. The more you heat it, the more the bad stuff floats, and you scrape it off. You end up with 99.9% pure silver. But the Lord checks the hearts. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? God said, I, the Lord, try the heart. Okay? Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me.
So the Lord tries the heart. Apparently his fetish is going through the left ventricle. I don't want to know what jizz in the heart would do, but it can't be healthy.
And know my thoughts. You ever ask God, would you tell me if you're happy with my thoughts? Ask him, okay? See if there be any wicked way in me, okay? And thou, Solomon, my son, know thou the God of thy father, serve him with a perfect heart and a willing mind. Do you really want to serve God with your life?
No. I don't want to serve fictional characters. I don't want to serve real people. I like to do things because they're good. And that's what I prefer to do. And assist people on a mutual respect level. I don't serve anybody.
Brother, I'm addicted to this ministry. I don't have any hobbies anymore. I used to love hobbies.
You never had any hobbies to begin with.
You know, I'm addicted to the ministry. I love it. I dream about it.
Nah, you're just a dick. No Ted to the ministry.
Think about it. Wake up in the middle of the night with ideas. Well, ask the staff. I get there in the morning. Hey, I got wild idea number 14,745. Listen up here, guys.
Time for us to beg for more money.
O generation of vipers, how can ye, being evil, speak good things? Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. You can tell what's in somebody's heart. It's out of their mouth.
Now, no, everyone's heart's pumping blood. That's it. Also, why are we suddenly in Matthew? Why do you do this? Stop it.
Listen to them. What do they talk about all the time? That's what's in their heart. They curse and swear all the time.
So whale penises and off-color jokes are what's in your heart. Good to know.
They step in cow dookie all the time. Comes out of their mouth. Yeah.
Fuck, shit, bitch, ass, cunt.
Okay. But I say, every idle word men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. By thy words thou shalt be justified, by thy words thou shalt be condemned. Anyway, a wicked doer giveth heed to false lips, and a liar giveth ear.
A little delayed because I'm snacking. And I just swallowed these Doritos the wrong way. It felt like knives going through my throat. You ever have that happen, Seth? You ever have that happen? Fucking sucks, man. Give me just a moment. Sorry, I had a Hovind moment there. You can hear the stress nature of my throat. And now I done forgot what I was going to say. So let's step back just a hair.
Judgment. By thy words thou shalt be justified. By thy words thou shalt be condemned.
Oh, right. He was talking about giving account. I don't think I need to explain to God why I said the word cunt about 1 million times before I dropped dead. I think he understands. And if he doesn't, that's his problem, not mine.
Yeah. Anyway, a wicked doer giveth heed to false lips, and a liar giveth ear to a naughty tongue. Whoso mocketh the poor reproacheth his maker. Don't make fun of poor people.
Okay, Hovind, you first.
And he that is glad at calamity shall not be unpunished.
Oh, you mean like every time something horrific happens and it's at all against groups you don't like, you celebrate?
Children's children are the crown of old men, and the glory of children are their fathers. You know, when your kids do right, it's just, yeah, I'm proud of you. Okay? Excellent speech becometh not a fool, much less do lying lips a prince. A gift is as a precious stone in the eyes of him that hath it. Whithersoever it turneth, it prospereth. Huh.
Can I have this in English, please? Because whatever this is ain't English.
A gift. You got to be careful with gifts. They can be used for bribery. A gift is a precious.
Really? So don't give a gift to Hovind. He might be bribing you, or you might be bribing him. I don't know.
Stone. Eliot's commentary, what I've seen, is so far really good. He said, let's see, all his energies are called out by the prospect of gain, so that he carries out successfully all that he had to set his hand to. The constant warnings against a form of corruption from the time of Moses to that of the prophets shows the prevalence of the evil in Israel. It's been the history of the world where people do corrupt things for money. People will steal from people they love or claim they love. They will deceive. Money is a.
Oh, someone's getting personal. Oh, Vand. My son doesn't talk to me anymore.
A motivator. People do the strangest things just to get money. Anyway, I have satirical.
Yeah, like obsess over Bronze Age fairy tales on the internet to get people to give them money.
Description of the power of bribery in palaces and among judges. Barnes notes. What I've seen is very good there, okay? Excellent speech becometh not a fool. A gift is as a precious stone in the eyes of him that hath it. We did that. He that covereth a transgression seeketh love. He that repeateth a matter separateth very friends. You don't have to tell all the bad things about your friend. You can just cover up for him a little bit. You're going to break up a good friendship, okay? Who covers a transgression seeks love. There's a time and a place for the exposure of sin, and I'm not afraid to do that. Somebody breaks the law, sins against our ministry or against me, I'm not afraid. What happened? Joseph, did you ever find that?
Well, Nick, let's be clear. I don't work, any more than the average person. The job is physically demanding, and I'm fucking exhausted most of the time, especially the past few days. Hence why I've been hadn't been streaming. Plus, I've been hanging out with Seth. We've been hanging out. That's what I was gonna say. We've been hanging out, but then I was like, we've been hanging out with Seth, saying I've been hanging out with Seth, and yeah, all my statements just blend together. The way I speak is insane. But outside of my awkward self awareness, yeah, I do thank you for that though. That that I do put in this kind of stuff on top of all the other crazy fucking things I do. Means a lot that you guys see that, because oddly enough, I don't get a lot of that in real life. It's very weird. That's why y'all are so cool. You actually get me. And I hope I get you. Or something to that effect. Oh no, let's continue with Hovind, even though I'd rather just hang out with everybody in a big party.
A video we did that YouTube took down on my whole channel, but about answering the critics.
I took down my whole channel. I gotta bring that up again.
About the rumors.
Don't worry, Kent. That's still archived on mine. I'm pretty sure AJ's channel. Seth may have a freaking copy of it. I'm sure it's on your Rumble.
We have one. I had about 7 of them. So, some of the rumors going around about us, I answered a bunch of them. If you have those saved on your computer, send it to Joseph. Text support at drdiner.com. Okay. There's a time to expose evil, and I am not afraid to. Okay.
When he says expose evil, he means bring out the little Hovind in front of people who did not consent, allegedly.
Cover someone's sin by repeating it to others will ruin relationships and divide friendships. You don't have to tell everything bad about your neighbor or friend or spouse, okay? A reproof entereth more into a wise man than 100 stripes into a fool. You can just scold a wise person; he'll get the message. You got to beat a fool 100 times; he still don't get it.
Yeah, how many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? No, Rosina, that is not how this is going.
An evil man seeketh only rebellion; therefore a cruel messenger shall be sent against him. Let a bear robbed of her whelps meet a man rather than a fool in his folly. I think a bear missing her kids going to be pretty
Kuribo, yeah, Shadow Channel's having stuff saved. Excellent, excellent. Good to know stuff is archived somewhere.
angry. Okay? Rebuke is often more effective for a wise man because a wise man or woman will respond to rebuke and learn from it. It can be effective to him or her. Then 100 blows to a fool. Correction may be administered deeply and repeatedly to a fool, yet they will not receive it. The problem is not the correction itself, though the fool will likely blame it. The problem is the fool. There's just great commentaries on every verse in the Bible. Okay. An evil man seeketh only rebellion. Therefore, a cruel messenger shall be sent against him. There it is. Let a bear rob.
The cruel messenger. It's HOVIND. HOVIND is the spawn of Stan. That's Satan when he lost his A. I don't know. I'm being dumb. I'm just looking back and seeing how much I can make this fucker laugh in real time. There we go.
Okay. Whoso rewardeth evil for good, evil shall not depart from his house. Somebody does good to you and you reward them badly, you're headed for trouble with your house. The beginning of strife is when as
Hey, wait, what our boy Joe Cool here say? Hey Chris, I was on YouTube 2 days ago and noticed the HOVIND was live, so I got on and told the chat that I'm not a sinner and that I'm perfect. It's fun to gaslight those in the chat. Nice. And Joe Cool is Jesus Christ. I don't know about you, man, but so far Joe Cool has my vote. The true Jesus.
one letteth out water. Therefore, leave off contention before it be meddled with. You know, most dams break when they get just a little leak. And then all it just, I'll show you. Here. Get this one right here.
Oh God, what the hell is this? Yeah, seriously. Gonna get a claim like a motherfucker.
That's the way Solomon said it is. The beginning of strife, the beginning of a fight, when you just a little bit of water, a little bit of bad comments or something, you can start a fight over near nothing, okay?
Those look like complete structural failures all at once, HOVIND. Wasn't just little bits of water, but, you know, I'm no expert. I'm not a damn expert like you.
Leave off contention before it be meddled with. Just don't even start, okay? He that justifieth the wicked, and he that condemneth the just, even though they both are abomination to the Lord. If you justify the wicked or condemn the perfect or the good man, like my open letter to Donald Trump addressing the rumors, if you got any of those, give them to me. February 1st, I did a show about my going, people still calling me a tax protester on the internet.
Because you were and you are.
Hundreds of places on the internet. They can't find anything bad with my science, so they attack my personality or something like that.
No, we've also discussed ad nauseum everything wrong with your attempt at something that you try to disguise as remotely tangential to science.
Why is there a price in the hand of a fool to get wisdom, seeing he hath no heart to it? Why is he willing to pay to get wisdom? He doesn't want to know. Okay? A friend loveth at all times. A brother is born for adversity. A man void of understanding striketh hands means he shakes hands and he becomes surety. We talked about that a few weeks ago. You're the down payment, the surety. Oh yeah, if he doesn't pay back that bill, I will. Solomon said, don't do that, son, okay? He loveth transgressing.
This is interesting. Ken HOVIND seems to understand the nature of surety bonds. Look over at Seth like, yeah, come on, you know what I'm talking about? No, that just means he seems to have experience with those.
That loveth strife, he that exalteth his gate shall seeketh destruction. He that hath a froward heart, froward means stubborn in the Bible, findeth no good. He that hath a perverse tongue falleth into mischief. Some of the people I've debated have a perverse tongue. Man, how do they live with that in their head? Okay. He that begetteth a fool doeth.
How do you live with what you think in your head, Kent? Good God. Also, would you remove the Pope Dan thing and turn Dino Lamp back on? You're just burying. My God, Kent, you're a hoarder. You're just putting more crap in your corner.
With it to his sorrow, and the father of a fool hath no joy. Well, just when your son, when I was teaching school or when I was school principal for several years and teaching school, parents would come in when their kid did something dumb.
I teach and I was the principal because it was just my school. Also, the father of a fool hath no joy. Kent, Eric is pretty dumb. And you certainly are a miserable person, so my God, the Bible does nothing but talk about you. Also, what a great freeze frame. I'm
sorry to have to tell you, but here's what you're.
I'm HOVIND and I'm having a mild TIA again.
Kid did. You did that? Yeah, Dad. Dad gets embarrassed when the kids do dumb things. How many know what I'm talking about? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm sure your dad's rolling over in his grave every day.
A
Except, when you make the jokes against people from East Asia, because, he probably supported those kinds of jokes.
Heart doeth good like a medicine, but a broken spirit drieth the bones. Is just being happy and cheerful helpful to your health? Go ahead and bring Patrick in here, brother. Patrick Urish, one of our trustees up in Pennsylvania. Patrick, is this true? Just being joyful.
He looking like a douchebag.
And happy is good like a medicine? Tell us about it.
It is true. It is 100% true, and God...
Jesus fuck! God fucking damn, Joseph. Balance your fucking audio levels. Fuck. Well, this guy's just gonna blow out your eardrums.
Knew it thousands and thousands of years before scientists figured this out.
Before scientists figured this out.
I want to actually bring us to a little story that Bill Sardi would say. That we're both walking down a path here, and a lion jumps out and scares us half to death. What's going to happen when this occurs? Well, your adrenal glands, two little glands that sit on top of your kidneys, are going to dump out hormones, stress hormones, and this is going to signal your body.
Two little gonads that just, set above Hovind's nutsack. I don't know.
To dump sugar. And this, if you stay in this low mood, anxious mood, stressed out mood consistently, you're going to set yourself up for a plethora of issues in life. Now, this is good for the acute scenario. This is a wonderful design. You're going to get quick adrenaline.
Oh, yes, it's wonderful design. Wonderful design. It's not all a biological process that should prove to be beneficial because, this is just their whole fucking argument in the end. Everything's designed.
Energy, dumping sugar, climbing up a tree faster than you've ever climbed. But if you're living in this low mood, stressed out, anxious mood, you're going to have a gamut.
Well, let's consider the intelligence of this guy. He can't even record this shit in landscape instead of portrait.
Of issues. Well, let me recall a story that Bill Sardi would say that he was in church one time and a real young gentleman came up to him with a bunch of problems, including pre-diabetes. And Bill Sardi goes to him and says, "You're too young for that. What happened in your life?" And the young man says, "Well, how do you know something happened?" And Bill Sardi goes, "Well, just tell me what happened." And
isn't that dude? Last I checked, isn't Bill Sardi dead? As Seth has a coughing fit over here. He's dying. Foam at 11. I'm not helping by cracking jokes.
And a very large wooden, I believe, pillar or something like that crushed his leg on the job site, and he never got over it. And he was depressed, anxious ever since, and his body just kept dumping out sugar, and he had pre-diabetes because of this, so young. So keep yourself of a Mary.
Yes, that just reminded me after his coughing fit that we think he died of the Rona, and Tubian's like, I wouldn't take advice from a man who died because he didn't take a disease seriously. Yeah. Stressed out, low mood describes everyone at DAL. Yep.
Merry heart, keep yourself of an uplifting mood, trusting in the Lord, you're improving your health. And what else is going on if we're in a very merry, uplifting mood?
Yep. Trust in Lord Yamato.
First and foremost, there's a stress hormone in our body called cortisol. And if you're depressed, lower mood, always anxious, you have too much cortisol in your system.
Citation needed, and I guess now is the point where I should stress, as Seth was suggesting to me a moment ago, that there's going to be a bunch of medical bullshit thrown out. Needless to say, in no way, shape, or form is this valid medical advice. I certainly, not that I have an ability to say what is or isn't good medical advice, but I would not follow this. I know a lot of it's bullshit. Seek an actual professional. Don't listen to these clowns. And this is, of course, strictly for reactionary purposes, as that's what we do here. We react to what these people say. So, with that out of the way, remember, medical misinformation abounds. I do not support any of these messages ever.
And what it's doing is it's lowering your immune system, literally impeding its functionality from too much stress hormone cortisol. But
No.
if you're of a more positive mood, trusting in the Lord of a merry heart, believe it or not, you have substantially less cortisol, this stress hormone, and your immune system considerably functions better. Something else is people that are of a consistent chronic negative mood actually experience, believe it or not, more inflammation in their body. However, people with a positive mood actually have less of these inflammatory signals.
The fuck is this clown even on about? Seriously. Just making shit up. And these brain dead idiots like HOVIND and the fuckers who follow him and Donny Boy and shit are just like, oh yeah, he totally knows what he's talking about. While the real scientist, no, they're wrong. Oh, they use too many big words. What the fuck is this guy doing? He's just talking like he knows some shit and he doesn't know his ass from a hole in the ground.
If you're of a merry heart, you have less inflammation in your body.
Mary Hart? Wasn't she like a comic book character?
Less of this low grade fire, if you will, which virtually is damaging most, if not all, of bodily systems.
It's virtually damaging them, so it's not really damaging them, especially since everything he's saying is completely asinine.
Low grade inflammation. You want to subside it? Be of a merry heart. Being of a merry heart lowers cortisol, which improves immunity. Being of a merry heart lowers inflammation, which lowers damages on the body.
I don't give a damn if he's got a tie. That don't mean shit. I've been lied to by so many people with ties, bow ties, normal ties. They tie their shoes. Fuck them.
And above all of this, something very, very interesting is people of a more positive, cheerful mood, people that don't deal with too much stress, trusting in the Lord, actually have increased activity of something called natural killer cells. What are these? These are a type of white blood cell that are your first responders when foreign invaders, bad cells come about. They attack these bad cells rapidly, and they don't rely on antibodies like a lot of immune cells do. These cells directly kill pathogens, malignant cells through a toxic chemical release that's so lethal to bad cells. So if you're of a cheerful, merry heart, you have increased natural killer cell activity. You're going to kill bacteria, funguses, pathogens, cancerous cells much, much faster. Bill Sardi actually had a quote that goes, the next frontier in cancer immunotherapy is natural killer cell therapy. So what are you doing if you're sick? What are you doing?
Let's watch that one again.
Therapy. So what are you doing if you're sick?
Yeah, you're doing that. You're falling straight over, right in the crotch cam.
What are you doing if you're sick? Be of a merry heart. If you have cancer, if you're dealing with something, be of a merry heart. It's one of the absolute best things you could do for your health, which science is now realizing, but God called it thousands of years ago.
Amen, brother. Several times you mentioned Bill Sardi. He was one of our trustees for years of our ministry.
I would turn Hovind back up, but one, we don't want to hear Hovind, and two, my God, it's just... I don't want to have to constantly shift volume back and forth.
Knowledgeofhealth.com. He died a couple years ago. Great guy, genius on nutrition. He pretty much memorized all his stuff. And
He wasn't enough of a genius to not drop dead from a preventable disease, dumbass.
How do people get a hold of you? If somebody's got a health issue, a problem, how do they get a hold of Patrick Urish?
Yep, my number is, please reach out anytime, 570-814-5059. That is 570-814-5059. You could also just shoot me an email at urish.ihp@gmail.com. I'd be happy to help. Please, whatever you're dealing with, there are usually natural answers.
Urish is why you are.
He's about to go on the, oh, this is chemicals. Everything is chemicals kind of crap.
RISH. Can you put that
Yes,
up, Joseph? Do you have that? There you go. Urish.ihp, for which does IHP stand for?
That's my certification, Integrative Health Practitioner.
Integrative
Sure it is.
Health Practitioner, Gmail. So call Patrick.
Yes,
He's
sir.
up in Pennsylvania. Patrick, come down to visit. Come see what we're doing down here. It's amazing. Just be happy and be cheerful. It'll really help your health.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. If you're a grouch all the time, I'm grouchy because I'm sick. No, maybe you're sick because you're grouchy.
Hovind's a grouchy piece of shit, Hovind.
Yep.
Brother, we don't have a name for the crab yet. Crabby? Can you think of somebody we should name it after? Send in your suggestions to Joseph. One guy said, I got a mother-in-law. You can. I said, well. Anyway. All right. Thank you so much, Patrick. Put up that number and name one more time there, brother. How do you get a hold of you? Health questions.
There it is.
570-814-5059. Urish.ihp is in Pennsylvania. Bless him. Thank you, brother. You got one, 5-month-old kid now?
Oh, yes. Yep. Almost 6 months. Little one. First one.
All right, quit with your talking. I just upped the volume for everybody, so you're blowing out the eardrums again.
Brother, that's why when I read this guy's book, even though he's a Mormon, I disagree on some theology. It's funny stuff. I love just to laugh.
Yeah. Amen. Amen.
Anybody's around me will tell you that. I joke all the time, you know. But laughter
Fabulous
is like
for health. Fabulous for the health.
Thank you, Patrick.
God.
All right.
Cut him off during the God bless you.
Proverbs chapter 17. A merry heart doeth good like a medicine. It does. Be cheerful. You say, but everything's going wrong. That's even more reason you ought to just be cheerful. Find something to laugh about. Okay.
Oh, yeah, but see, when I laugh at you, people get mad. Like this fucking brain dead troglodyte. I thought we blacklisted this piece of trash, but I guess they popped back. I mean, look at that. This is Yamato. The FBI knows you're always under drugs every time you go live. Well, I mean, for all I know, someone in this damn apartment complex could have thrown some drugs on the roof. So technically, yeah, it would be under them if they did, but I don't fucking know. Are you trying to say under the influence, or I've somehow imbibed something? Because, no. I actually don't do much of anything, and I've only recently discovered THC gummies work well for me. And I enjoy that from time to time. I mean, very much from time to time. So, no. No. In fact, if I'm doing something, that means I am very much what anyone would define as sober. So, you're a fucking idiot. Also, this accusation has no actual value in the grand scheme, especially against, my audience. No one would give a fuck. It's... I hate to sound like Hovind, but it would qualify as an ad hominem because it's irrelevant to arguments being made. I mean, what the fuck is even your point, moron? You don't have one. You're just doing the typical shit people like you do. Just say random crap. You got the interaction you wanted. You happy? Go back to your mom's tits. Get the hell out of my goddamn channel, you fucktard.
Somebody's got it worse off than you do. Right? A wicked man taketh a gift out of the bosom to pervert the ways of judgment. What? A wicked person takes a gift out of his bosom to pervert the ways of judgment. Corruption.
Oh yeah, turkey.
A form of dishonesty or criminal offense that is undertaken by a person or organization entrusted in a position of authority. When you give someone a position of power, Judas.
Yeah, I mean, let's be clear. If we're talking about properly authorized medications and this stuff, yeah, I take my share of medications to assist in me being able to enjoy the abject hellscape that is existing. Especially with morons like that Jesus Day what the fuck ever. Just fucking ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous.
Was Jesus' bookkeeper, treasurer. He held the bag, and he stole things from Jesus. Jesus trusted him to hold the bag. People would make an offering to Jesus' ministry. Here, Jesus, here's 20 shekels or whatever they had back then. And Judas would put it in the bag, and he stole it.
Yeah, exactly. People noticed thousands of years ago that people who were chronically stressed were also chronically ill. Whoa, what a huge breakthrough.
Corruption, okay? This has been the history of the world. This chart on the right shows the red countries are where the corruption is the worst, okay? They abuse their power. Has somebody given you the power?
You'll notice that the United States is a pretty non-corrupt country compared to all the rest of this. What does that tell you, Kent?
Power to be the treasurer. Joseph, how many people have we had here in charge and sitting in your seat? Because I don't know much about computers, and they would set up, people would donate like to PayPal, and it went to them, not us, didn't they? We had several do that.
Yeah, Kent. And that's fucking hilarious that that's happened. And I hope it continues.
We don't want to mention Randall's name, or any other ones, but yeah.
We're just gonna name drop Randall. Oh, we harassed the fuck out of this guy.
Can't you be trusted? Anyway.
If memory serves, they put his whole family's address and shit up. They're fucking horrible with that crap.
Corruption may involve activities like bribery, influence, peddling, embezzlement, fraud. Go check out what's happening in Congress with Trump exposing some of this stuff. Yeah.
He's exposing nothing but himself to teenage beauty pageant people. Allegedly. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking care. It wouldn't surprise me. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, go get him, Trump. Okay, and hey, what?
Yeah, oh, here he goes. He's going to be like, hey, investigate my case, too.
Investigate my case. Go back and watch the February 1st and see what they did to me and overturn it, pay the damages, and leave me alone. I'm a Baptist preacher trying to win souls to the Lord. That's it. Okay, Baptist preacher. Political corruption occurs when or other governmental office holder or other governmental employee.
No, I can open the window and jump out that way. There's a door over there. There's a door over here. I have plenty of escape. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, moron.
Employees act in official capacity for personal gain. My book, I wrote The Kennel. Here we go. Get this one. The Kennel. I did it under a false name, Elijah Green, because Elijah was the prophet the king hated, and I wore green in that prison at my uniform. This is about the prison system. Did you know judges and policemen and congressmen and sheriffs can own stock in the jail and the prison system? So the longer they lock you up, the more money they make on their investment. That ought to be illegal or criminal.
What in the goddamn hell do you think illegal is, Kent? Those terms are synonymous, you fucking idiot.
Get this book, get hold of your congressman and say, do you own stock in the prison? See, there's more than just the jails. Who supplies the clothes for the jails? Who supplies the food? Who does the bus transportation, transporting prisoners around? They own stock in those companies. They're separate companies. Yeah, check out my book, The Kennel, if you get a chance, okay? Money. It's amazing what people will do for money. They'll steal from their own brother or sister, mom, dad, spouse.
Oh, he's getting super personal with this.
There you go. These are the countries. America rates pretty good. The red is the worst. Okay. A foolish son is a grief
See, he doesn't want to acknowledge it. They're like, oh, wait, we're actually not that corrupt at all. Jump around that real quick. Doesn't help his point.
to his mother, and bitterness to her that bare him. To punish the just is not good. To strike princes for equity. He that hath knowledge spareth his words. A man of understanding is excellent spirit. You know, if you're really smart, you don't need to talk quite so much. Just sit there quietly.
Boy, that's why you never shut up, Kent.
Even a fool, when he holds his peace, is counted wise. Everybody thinks, wow, he must be smart. He's just sitting there thinking. No, he's sitting there thinking about his video game. Okay. A foolish son is a grief to his mother. Enduring word commentary is usually pretty good. Parents may find great grief in the foolish character of their children. Get embarrassed. That ain't my boy, okay? Bitterness to her that bare him. Because of the maternal instinct and bond, there's a special pain and bitterness that belongs to the mother of a foolish son or daughter. If the leader is upright, he should never be punished.
But if you lay him back, punish him. Punish him more. We got you. We caught you in bed. Oh, no, he stood up. We can't punish him.
Trump is doing right, he should be rewarded, okay?
Trump's a fucking asshole, piece of shit, waste of existence. Just like you. You two should be cellmates together. Let's see who gets the top bunk, if you know what I mean.
And he's exposing a lot of evil, and they are upset about it. Too bad. Keep going, President Trump. We're praying for you, okay? One is reminded of Abraham Lincoln. He said, it's better to keep your mouth shut and let them think you're a fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubt. Love it.
Yeah, maybe you should look inward on that one, Kent.
To punish the just for equity is not good, nor to strike princes for equity. He that hath knowledge spareth his words. Just few words. So get my open letter to President Trump. They should not have messed with me. I was a Baptist preacher. I didn't break any laws. Watch that show February 1st.
Or you can watch my show where I read through the entire criminal complaint against Kent and Joe Hovind.
A couple months ago. Okay, questions or comments, brother? Sorry for going so long.
Yeah, fuck you.
Okay. All right. Well, tomorrow night, Whack an Atheist. Saturday and Sunday, boot camp. We'll be having a whole bunch of stuff posted on all of our channels. Come join us. Bring your hammer. We got extra hammers, right and left-handed, either one. Come on down, and you can help us build Noah's Ark. We want to get more done on that thing.
I'd rather die, thank you.
Thank you so much. See you tomorrow night for Whack an Atheist. Bye.
Fuck off, Kent. Alright. That was that. I did not have fun with that one. I'm not gonna lie, I honestly didn't have that much fun with this stream. We had fun moments, but I did not enjoy this near as much as I had previously. At least insofar as, you know, having fun with these things as I do them. But, yeah, no. It is what it is. Cover the Hovind, so you don't have to. I don't know. I'm tired. It was a hell of a day at work. It's been a hell of a week at work. It's always a hell of a day. And hell of a week. But, yeah. Got a little bit of other stuff to take care of before I pop on to sleep tonight. We're going to just see what happens since, yeah, Ambushed is suggesting the idea of doing a 1-2 combo because he's got a microphone that would work well. So, yeah, that might just work. Stream about the West Memphis 3. I could totally do that. I would have to brush up, but I could totally do that. It'd be a fascinating and relatively, you know, appropriate subject to cover since it involves, you know, satanic panic and all that jazz. But yeah, that is the end of the stream.